Right out of the gate, the judge isn't playing today. 2 burglary charges? That's the kind of start that makes a courtroom go silent real fast. You now stand charged with another burglar of a motor vehicle.
You now stand charged with another burglar of a motor vehicle. So they now have you on 2 charges of burglar of motor vehicle. I'm telling you that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You go out there, you start acting a fool. It's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I just set someone's bond now at nearly $30,000 because they're out there running amok. Don't do it. I'm going to test you 50 days from.
Quick legal breakdown. Failure to ID means he either refused or lied about his identity to police. Judges hate that. It signals dishonesty before the case even begins. There's a failure to ID. No. So there is a failure to ID.
Today, if I find that you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? We need to do probable cause on the new B&B because we haven't done it. So do you mind? On the new case.
Is that failure to ID?
No. So there is a failure to ID.
Hold up. They found the victim's key fob in his pocket? That's basically the smoking gun of car burglaries. What do you think? Coincidence or caught red-handed? The defendant had complaining witnesses' key fob on his person.
There's one BMV, and I guess later on in the day goes out and allegedly has another BMV.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
On April 7th, 2025, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a burglary call in Harris County, Texas, and met with the complaining witness, who stated that around 6 a.m. he heard his car alarm going off and observed 2 males wearing all black making entry into his vehicle. Another law enforcement officer that was dispatched to that location observed 2 males matching the description in the same area, and the defendant had complaining witness's key fob on his person that was in the middle console of the vehicle. I believe when they broke it.
So that's how they put him, because he's got someone else's key fob.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Then he was identified by mobile AFIS.
I think I need to get attached to that third one.
We'll attach you to it now. Yeah. So do you want to file I guess another one because he has a new case?
Your
The
Honor.
one in Fort 16?
Yeah. Or I guess we need to get it over here. You want to do a transfer? Okay. Yeah. You want
That
to?
was what I was going to say. On my end, it was still showing.
Yes. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm going to put a monitor on.
This is one of the judge's signature warnings. Too much free time equals trouble. And honestly, she's right. Half the young defendants she sees are just drifting with no structure. And the days of you just sitting doing nothing are not going to happen.
Your ankle, so I know where you are at all times. I don't want you to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in this case, and I don't want you to go anywhere where they live. You pick up a 4th case, I'm going to go haywire. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself these days?
No, I'm gonna finish school, and I've been enjoying military.
Not why you have all these cases open. Did you not get enough sleep last night?
Not really.
While these cases are open, you must either have a job or get back into school full time. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. And the days of you just sitting doing nothing are not going to happen. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
That's not.
Do you have an ID? Okay, I want you to start going and applying for as many jobs as you can, or you get back into school. While these cases are open, military is not going to take you. I don't think. If that's something that you want to go do, that would be great, because that would give you great structure, which you probably really need. I mean, the military would be a fantastic idea for you. That would really, could potentially put you on a career path that could just lead you to the clouds, really. What you're doing now, you're charged with 2 counts of burglary. You know what that'll do to your career? Who hires burglars? No. You think you won't even get financial aid with that kind of stuff? Really, it will hose your whole career. So, for now, you must either get a full-time job, start looking into going back into school, but You doing nothing, it's not going to happen. Do you understand? All right, so what we'll do is we'll bring him back in 2 weeks. We'll see what he's done. I'm going to test you 50 days. Don't use. And I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're out past curfew, I will revoke all of your bonds. They're going to go high. Okay, thanks. All right, take care, Mr. Bullard. Cases, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Both of you have breaths over 0.15. That makes it now a Class A misdemeanor. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
This part is huge. A magistrate's order of emergency protection. That's basically a fast-tracked protective order that kicks in instantly. Violating it? Guaranteed jail time. I'm now issuing what's called a measured order of emergency protection.
Both of you have negotiated plea bargain agreements for essentially slaps on the wrist. After today, each of you will be facing 90 days in jail for any other DWIs that you pick up. And I will tell you now, if you're ever in a car, you get pulled over, first thing officers do is they look at your record. If they see that you have prior DWIs and they go up to your window and they smell alcohol or dope, it's probably not going to go well for either of you. So if I were you, I would never get into a car and drive, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because you're taking a huge risk, especially if you're not in this country with permission. Do each of you understand?
Yes, sir.
Minimum of 90 days in jail from now on. No more slaps on the wrist. Both of you give up a lot of rights by entering into these agreements. You're pleading guilty to these charges. They will go on your record. They will be there forever. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Both of you give up the right to appeal as well, meaning that once you plead guilty, there's no changing. Do each of you understand?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you, each of you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated?
Sí, culpable, señor.
Guilty, sir. Guilty,
I
sir.
want you to understand that everybody makes mistakes. When you continue to make mistakes, when you endanger other people's lives, that's when we really come down hard on you. There is a $4,500 surcharge that would normally apply with these types of cases. I understand that mistakes happen, and I will take it off of you now. But if you make another mistake and you pick up another DWI, a second DWI, it's a surcharge of $6,000. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail. Not to mention the minimum 90-day sentence that there is. So get a clue. If you want to drink 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila, take an Uber or find another way to get around. Do you understand?
Sí, entiendo.
I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
to suspend both of your ability to drive for 90 days. Do not drive. Otherwise, you will be back here. Mr. Chirinos, I'm going to sentence you to 6 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you have done. Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you have done. Good luck to you, gentlemen. Thank you, guys.
Vamos.
Okay. Mr. Pullard, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Okay, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers theft shoplifting call.
This judge is giving them the last friendly deal they'll ever get. From here on out, another DWI means mandatory 90 days behind bars. No excuses, no bargains. Both of you give up a lot of rights by entering into these agreements.
And an off-duty officer who had detained the defendant and a co-defendant. The off-duty officer was informed by mall security that the co-defendant had stolen merchandise from Zoomies and passed all points of sale and ran out of the store. The co-defendant then ran to a car in the parking lot where the defendant and another individual were located. He blocked in the vehicle and were able to detain the defendant and the co-defendant. Officers found a handgun in the glove compartment of the vehicle. Then stated the handgun belonged to them. And the officers observed a strong odor of marijuana.
The officers what?
Observed the strong odor of marijuana.
Okay.
The defendant did state he had weed or marijuana in his pocket. The officers retrieved a bag of a leafy green substance from the defendant's pocket.
So he's a passenger though, right? Or was he the driver?
I believe he was the driver. Let me make sure that's correct, Your Honor. He was in the driver's seat. That's correct.
Mr. Pullard, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do in life these days, sir?
I just finished electrician school out in Port Arthur. I just
Great.
recently moved back to Houston.
Did you get your license or no?
Only thing I have from the school was like an OSHA 10 certification, but and basic training of electrician, but it's more classes I have to take to
Get on it, doggone it. What are you waiting for? You know?
It's just a lot. I had a lot of family issues going on with like moving back and forth from Houston and Beaumont. Where I was staying at in Beaumont, our house, during the storm, it messed up, but I was only staying out there because of the school. But now our house is getting
Are
repaired.
you living here in Houston now? Okay. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, Mr. Pollard. I don't want you to get in any more trouble, and I don't want you to use. You're not to be in possession of weapons. I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? I don't want you hanging out with the co-defendant in this case as well. You know, you're on a fast track to nowhere. You have the opportunity to get a really good job. Electricians can make, a killing if you do it well and you get on it young. Well, but I'm telling you, this is not a good way to start. Do you understand? So I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to further your electrician career. Get back into school, so you can get your license. Do you understand?
Your Honor, his driver's license is eligible.
Great. You may drive as long as you have liability insurance as well. You cannot drive unless you have car insurance. You understand? I'm making that a condition of your bond as well. Okay, so to test in 50 days, no alcohol, no illegal drugs, and back in 2 weeks to see what he's done for school or work. Okay? All right, I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. You're going to sign a receipt with Victoria. You'll meet with Anthony for pretrial services, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Please.
This way.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. On April 7, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to disturbance. Officers made contact with the defendant who had blood on his face near his beard and lips and denied that anything was happening. The officers then met with the complaining witness who had a large wound on the bridge of her nose and was still bleeding. Officers also observed blood on the hood of the car. The complaining witness stated that the defendant is her boyfriend who had come home and started asking her, "Where is the other guy at?" And then proceeded to punch the complaining witness in the face, causing bleeding. That's it? Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. Get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. At this point, do we know whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
You just have one moment, Your Honor. There's a rip call.
I don't know if she wants to have contact with you or not. Until we know whether she does, I want to honor her wishes. If she doesn't want to have contact with you, I'm going to order you not to have contact with her. If she does, then we can modify the conditions. I just don't know at this point.
Your Honor, may I say, I spoke with her, as a matter of fact, yesterday. She reached out to me because she wanted to do an affidavit of non-prosecution, and she wanted this case to be dismissed, and she did want to have contact. Of course, I advised my client that there's a protective order in place, so regardless of what she wants, unless the judge gives permission, he couldn't. But from my
Say,
understanding,
The state can confirm that, Your Honor.